The proliferation of digital cameras has had an immense impact on the cinematography landscape over the past 15 years or so. In that time, we have seen massive improvements to the raw specs of the gear we use, as well as the features that they provide. Additionally, decent quality gear has become increasingly accessible to a wider audience, with professional quality cameras and lenses being offered at a wider range of price points. Cinematography has been democratized, and ZEISS has been taking notes. What we're looking at today is ZEISS's new Nano Prime line of notably fast Cine lenses for the full-frame format. With 6 lenses ranging from an 18mm to a 100mm, all with a minimum t-stop of 1.5, it's an appropriately versatile collection for most professional sets. The Nano Primes are ZEISS's third active line of prime cinema lenses, joining the high-end Supreme line and the entry to mid-range CP3 line. Much like the CP3s, the Nano Primes are priced as a mid-range Cine lens set. So, what's the difference? The short answer is that they are faster and designed primarily for E-mount cameras. The slightly longer answer is that the Nano Primes are Cine lenses that make it easy to achieve that coveted cinematic look that up-and-coming content creators have been striving for over the past decade. That cinematic look was born from the rise of full-frame video-capable DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, and the fast photography lenses that were designed for them. Sony's Alpha 7 line was, and is, a startling example of that trend, making the E-mount a popular ecosystem for new videographers. The Nano Primes are designed around that accessible lens mount and have lower t-stop values than the CP3 line. These lenses are made to grab the attention of people who have been shooting that full-frame, shallow focus aesthetic that they've come to love from fast photography glass, but with the ergonomics and functionality of a cinema lens. And if these are someone's first foray into mid-range Cine lenses, they're a good place to start. ZEISS has a good reputation when it comes to Cine lenses, and the Nano Primes maintain that. They have the 3 main hallmarks that Cine lenses strive for: a consistent matching look, a consistent build across the set, and sturdy, dependable construction. The Nano Primes have that signature ZEISS look: neutral color rendition, gentle sharpness, and an emphasis on micro-contrast for that 3D pop look. The Nano Primes are designed to pair well with the ZEISS Supremes, and if you're using those lenses, these would be a good choice for a B or C camera. Each lens in the set has a 12-blade iris that produces pleasant bokeh, and the flaring is minimal unless light is shined directly into the lens, in which case it produces a red circular element. As one would expect from a set of Cine lenses, the Nano Primes are consistently built across the line. The focus and iris rings are all placed exactly in line with each other, are the same size, and have the same degree of rotation. Additionally, the lens diameter and filter thread is identical for each lens. Swapping lenses between shots should be as easy as possible, even if they're part of a larger camera rig. In terms of build quality and durability, these feel solid. ZEISS is known for rugged build quality and lenses that can last for decades. For example, their CP3 lenses purportedly could withstand heavy rain, exposure to sandy and dusty environments, extreme temperatures, etc., etc. The Nano Prime spec sheet also mentions rigorous testing, but was less specific on the methodology. We only had them for a couple days, and I did not prioritize doing any physical stress tests in that time. Other features that are similar to ZEISS's other lens lines is an interchangeable lens mount system and their extended data output. While the Nano Primes are designed for the Sony E-mount first and foremost, ZEISS designs their lenses so that the lens mount can be swapped out down the line. In the future, the Nano Primes should be able to take advantage of this, though only with other mirrorless mount systems. The really nifty thing is that ZEISS actually puts the electronics that communicate lens metadata into the mount itself, allowing the lens to communicate with the camera using the native protocol. Additionally, the lenses use ZEISS's extended data technology, which will include information about lens distortion and shading with the other standard metadata. To use this extended data feature, you will need either the CineCraft Mapper software for post-production uses, or the CineCraft Scenario software for on-set VFX referencing. Seeing as this is a lens set, it might be good to see them all in action working together as a whole. Here's a quick interview shoot I made right here in the studio with the person on our team who has worked with ZEISS glass the most. Enjoy. So, Jabari, I have been taking a look at some ZEISS lenses, and I wanted to talk to you because you have also played with ZEISS glass on behalf of B&H before. Did you have as much fun as I've been having with these?
Well, I gotta say I had quite a bit of fun. We shot some pool games and kind of went around and shot some other cool stuff.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a chance to compare these to the CP3 footage that you have yet, but I'm like really curious to see how they hold up. In theory, like it seems like they've sort of built on the system, so in theory, like they should match like really well.
Yeah, they generally design all of their lenses to kind of match the Master Prime set, hence the name, I guess. It's like the master key, and they just kind of want everything to have that consistent look. So, regardless of which lens series you get, they're always kind of in the same ballpark in terms of how they look.
How do you think that the 3D pop is going to fit with the like super shallow depth of field that they're going for with the like really fast cinema lens?
Well, the shallow depth of field just kind of lends itself to that 3D pop because it's all about isolating your subject from the background. That's also why it's really nice to have control over the depth of field, so that you can really like get your whole subject in focus and really have them pop out of the background.
A lot of the things that ZEISS has out there about the CP3 line is about their hardiness, their ruggedness, they tested all sorts of environmental conditions, weather, rain and dust and sand, etc. These are supposed to also be rugged, but it's a little bit more vague about what it is.
From what I've seen, these lenses do look like they're super robust because they have that all metal housing. ZEISS does that with a lot of their lenses anyway. They have a lot of lenses that are just completely metal and weather sealed so that you can take them out in the rain and feel comfortable that they're still going to work the next day. But I didn't get to stress test the CP3s, but it looked like I could have had a lot of fun trying it.
Now,
next time I'm going to the Arctic, I'll make sure I take them with me.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have. Thanks so much for joining me, Jabari.
Have fun.
Thanks, Jabari. We had fun in our brief time with the Nano Prime lenses, but what do you think? Are you a fan of the extra shallow depth of field look? Are these the Cine lenses that will finally fill that niche at a price point that works for you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I'm Scott with B&H. Keep it fun out there, y'all.